What's going on? This is Jake and Papa. We want to give a special shout out to our family at Urban Influencer, the largest platform for independent artists like ourselves. Yay, yay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome. I am Missy E, the party doll, and tonight we are interviewing Jake and Papa. Woo-hoo!
Hey, hey.
Hey. Okay, first of all, for everybody out there, which one is Jake and which one is Papa?
I'm Jake. I'm Papa.
Okay, so where are you guys from?
We from LA we from the San Fernando Valley, which is like, north of LA, north of the city.
Okay. And so it's an interesting way that you guys write your name, Jake and Papa. Where did that come from?
What's crazy? We've just been called Jake and Papa since we were kids, because obviously we're real brothers. So our mom, our grandma, our dad, it was always, go and get Jake and Papa, take the trash out. Jake and Papa, they're ready for the bus. It's just always been like that. We like the ampersand because it's just a little more useful when it comes to, when it comes to just writing it out and stuff. It just looked a little better, felt a little better. But it's been Jake and Papa since we were born.
Okay, so who's the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
I'm the oldest side of the bus. He made a face when you said that. So you're
I was saying to somebody in the back.
Oh, okay. So you're the oldest. And what's the age difference, if y'all don't mind sharing your age?
It's 20 months. We're 20 months apart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are number 7 on the Urban Influencer chart.
Hey, that's lit.
So with that being said, who is Jake and Papa? I was kind of doing some research on you guys, and you guys been doing this a long time.
Yeah. I mean, just kind of how we describe 2 blood brothers from LA, R&B soul singers, independent. We write our own music. We're very much, we pride ourselves on self-efficiency. We write everything, engineer, style ourselves, direct our videos. Everything that you see, that's Jake and Papa. We have a hand in, if not, do the whole thing. So we just lovers of music. We're students of music, and we just love to sing and perform.
Okay, so when did you guys get started doing this?
We started at a very young age. Our dad was a singer, and so as soon as we could talk, we were rehearsing Jackson 5 and having to watch the playback and correcting our mistakes. Our first show, I was in preschool and he was in kindergarten, and ever since then we've known exactly what we wanted to do.
Okay, so what was your first performance? Because I see your brother over there doing the Jackson 5 step. So when was the first performance?
What's funny is, like he said, he was in preschool and I was in kindergarten, and we performed Jump by Criss Cross.
Wow. Okay. So at the family events, that was always, oh, Jake and Papa, come on dance, Jake and Papa.
For sure. Once they got a little bit in them or got nice and full, they're gonna be like, hey, come do that routine that we just taught y'all. For sure.
So when did you guys know that you had something, that it was like, okay, we got something here?
Honestly, I feel like it was that talent show. That talent show, for some reason, we had to perform. It was 3 different shows. So it was total 3 performances. And we knew by the first one, it was like, oh, snap. Like, this is how people react to you when you're on this stage. Oh, wow. Like, that feels good. The second one was a little better. The third one was a little better. And it's like, having to do them back to back, I feel like it was a very strong consecration of the concept of doing music and being performers in our head.
Okay, so with all that, did you have to do some? Did you guys say, well, okay, we need to do some additional training? We need to do some other stuff, or I really want to learn more about the business?
I mean, we were kind of always directly or indirectly involved with the business. Like our mom's been doing hair our whole lives, and she's always done, you know, people's hair in the industry. Mm-hmm. Our dad is a singer. His mom is a singer. Her mom was a singer. So we were always in it somehow and like indirectly being groomed for it. But I know when we were about like he was fresh out of high school, we moved to Atlanta and we went through like a little like R&B boot camp type of thing. And that's when we really had like professional training. But up until then, it was just, we was going for what we know. Even before then though, we was writing our own music and recording ourselves. So, but that was like a more like, you know, polished professional, you know, vocal coaching and like choreography and all of that.
Do you feel that a lot of people are missing that? Because apparently with your father being in the business and his mother, they kind of have that old school presentation to being an artist, because you said vocal coaching and other stuff. Because when you ask other people about that, they look at you like you're crazy. Oh, I was born to sing. I can sing. And notes cracking and everything else.
Yeah, they be sounding boo, boo, boo. It's more important than we can explain, because, you know, the training that we got from our pops, it was what he understood and all that he had to offer, but it was still extremely valuable. Like, it's, you know, can't even put it into words. This is years and years of just understanding showmanship really is what I think the foundation work. Showmanship is, I feel like, a really big thing that people don't really pay a lot of attention to, because we're in the this is a generation of, oh, I'm just going to be me, or I'm going to be a concept of me that they have perceived in their head, and they don't want to try. They just want to be. And that's beautiful sometimes, you know, of course, but there is a concept of showmanship. I was just watching Gene Kelly the other day. There's nothing about Gene Kelly that's, I'm just being me and I'm just going to be and exist on this stage. No, he's saying, or even better, we were watching Smooth Criminal. I feel like that's the peak of Michael Jacksonness is Smooth Criminal. Watching that, and that was the first time I watched it as a grown up in a very long time, and I was like, man, I mean, this is a person who, you know, every single detail of that video he practiced probably 20,000 times. There's something about that that's extremely important, and so we're super grateful for that. And when we went to Atlanta, it was magnified. It was a beautiful experience.
So do you feel that some people think that making it is easy? Because I hear it all the time. People say, if I play my song on the radio, I made it. And we know that.
Because I mean, there's so many people doing it now. You upload a song. There's so many stories of this person uploaded a song on SoundCloud, or this person was discovered in a club. And there's, you know, there are those, you know, isolated incidents that work that way, but there's millions of other people who, you know, came out here from Kansas to LA and with a guitar and $5 in their pocket, and they tried hard, and then they went back to Kansas City. And so I think it's just a misconception. You know, once you get knee deep in it and see all the work that it takes, the relationships, the politics, you realize it's not necessarily just about, you know, singing or talent, or, you know, it's just, everything has to be aligned.
And I think y'all are very well spoken. Your mom and daddy did a good job.
Thank you.
I would say they should be proud of you babies. Okay, so I asked who was the oldest, and so who are your influences? Like I said, I got a tablet full of questions right here.
We got answers for you.
Yeah.
Good.
A lot of mine are on this arm right here. So we got Pop, Anita Baker, Sade, Miles Davis, Sam Cooke, Stevie. Wow. Mike is back there on the toes, you know. I would say that's my top running starting team. You know?
Okay. Well, Sam Cooke from this area.
Oh, word, that's
Sam Cooke right up the street.
You know, who's just entered my top 5 randomly? There's a dude named Howlin' Wolf that I'm obsessed with, and he is like top 5, maybe top 3 in my present time. Howlin' Wolf is the man.
Who was that?
Oh man, Howlin' Wolf was a singer on Cadillac Records.
Okay, yes. I didn't hear you. That's why I asked you to say it again. Yes, I do know who you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah,
yes. So it sounds like you kind of have, like for your palette of music, and especially with your exposure, I'm not going to say eclectic, but you are listening to things that other people may not find appealing.
Well, we were just blessed to be born to two parents who listened to everything. So our mom listened to Barry Manilow, Kim Burrell. She loved the Winans on days when it was clean. She was cleaning the house. She loved playing the Winans.
Sounds of Blackness.
Yeah, she just played everybody. And then our dad loved Elton John, and he loved Rod Stewart, but he loved James Brown, Sam Cooke. So it was a blessing because they both just loved everything. We were able to tap into a little bit of this and grab what we liked. So what I started realizing was the people who I was like breaking down my top 10 to somebody the other day was everybody that I'm obsessed with they got something that you can't teach. It's like certain things you can learn in a room, in a studio, you can learn being around people. But Howlin' Wolf, you can't teach somebody to sing like that. No. You can't teach Stevie to sing or write like that. It's just Mike the same way. Like when you watch Smooth Criminal, just look at how he's moving it. You can't teach certain things. So that's what I love is when somebody has something, it's like, yeah, they got all the basics, the foundation, but they have something that, God gave them specifically.
Wow. Impressed. All right. What about you, brother? What you got?
I mean, I love all those people as well, but I'm a huge fan of Donny Hathaway. That's always been my favorite. Okay. I love Brandy. And I'm a big Tupac fan as well. Like Tupac growing up, it was like Tupac fathered me through his music. So Tupac and Donny Hathaway, those are my go-to.
Okay, awesome. All right, so where do you guys want people to put you when they hear your music?
Put us?
Yeah, like for example, some people like, well, they're more R&B, they may be hip hop, they might be pop, they might be this. Where do you want people to put you when they hear your music?
I mean, with all the people he just named, right? It's just good music. It's great. They're great. I would love people to put us just in the conversation with great. It don't matter genre and the titles and the boxes. I just want them to recognize and respect our talent. And I want what we do to stick to their ribs and speak to their soul.
Okay. I like y'all. Y'all intelligent.
We like you too. It's a beautiful experience.
Y'all are intelligent. Because I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot of people who you might interview. And I'm just sharing, and you may interview them and they really don't have any substance or personality. It's like, I don't know if the music is really what they want to do or they just want to be famous. You understand? So sometimes it's like, so I love music. My father was a musician. So being around music all the time just led me to love music even more. So as a radio personality, when I became like the programmer for the station, and my original manager, who, he's known for breaking a huge artist. So I came on and he thought that I was just going to be in one box. So you don't know music. And so I started pulling out stuff and I was like, what about this? You know about them? Oh, yeah, I do. So what I had to do was, when I had to prove myself, I had to go and pull music. I was like, I know he's going to like this. I know he's going to like that. So it helped him to break more music. So he was like, okay, you can program the music for the station.
Wow.
Hey,
so
nice.
That's what I love music. So good music is what we want to put out there in the atmosphere. So tell us something that no one knows about Jake and Papa.
No one knows.
So many things.
He probably got a lot more. He does and knows a lot of stuff.
Well, I love videography and photography. I literally just came from shooting my homie's and his wife's pregnancy shoot right now.
Wow, okay.
So I love videography and photography. Yeah.
Okay.
I think people kind of know this, or they're starting to know that I'm really into fashion. I'm a designer, and we have a clothing brand called Rose Worldwide. Rose stands for Real One Still Exists, and I do all the designing for it. And I love designing almost just as much as I love music. Like I wake up with designs in my head, just like I wake up with melodies and lyrics.
Okay, and that was another one. That was another one of my questions. See, y'all right there with me. Segue into my question. The other question is, what is your process for creating songs? You looking at each other?
Well, because it varies. Like you never know. I feel like when you leave yourself open, you know, to be a vessel, you know, there's no telling how it's gonna come, when it's gonna come. You just allow it to come however it comes. I know for me, sometimes, like I said, I'll wake up with melodies and I'll write them down real quick, and then I'll format it later, or I'll take a shower. Not always, but I write songs a lot in the shower. I don't know why.
Okay.
The running water is the juices start flowing and ideas start coming. Like I wrote "Spell It in Diamonds" in the shower.
Okay, I was gonna ask about how you came up with that concept.
Yeah. Just happened.
It's a good shower day.
It's a good shower day.
I have a few different ones, man. I have a lot of different ways. I think my favorite way right now at this point in my life is just if there's a beat. So we have a homie named Deshaun Allen who I love Deshaun's beats, man. He's a drummer, so he just really understands certain things. And so if Deshaun sends me a beat and the first time I hear it, I like it, the emotion that I get from the beat, I'll more so extract that and turn the beat off and just sit in silence and allow it to start coming together in silence. Because the beat isn't that's the easy part. It's the concept and consecrating the concept in the mind, and then which words are gonna come together to form the best story around the concept. To me, I feel like that has to happen for me in silence sometimes, because any kind of noise can pull you out of the meditative space that you are when you're creating that. So I like to just sit in silence sometimes.
Okay.
We've been in the studio. We've been in the studio a few times, and like that's a common thing. Like people will play the beat and they just play it over and over and over and over and over again until it's time to record. And sometimes like they don't get it. Like we'd be like, no, okay, turn it off. Like once we got the key and the tempo in our head, we don't need to listen to it over and over again. Then it's just about, fine tuning the idea.
So you guys come up, like when they play it, do you just go from your head, or the dome, as most people say? You go from the dome and just, we just gonna flow with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to do that process when you have been through enough things, you've had enough good life experiences, and you trust yourself. If you trust your creative process, then you're not going to be one of those people who are overthinking every line, trying to get behind the mic and re-singing melodies over and over again. I can't stand that. Like at this point in my life, my spirit is very in tune with who I perceive as God, and God is working through that spirit and this vessel to make this music to serve my purpose. So for me to question anything that comes out of my mind is questioning God himself. And so we're just going to allow it to happen. Whatever comes out, comes out. And in most cases, it's fire.
It's flame.
It ends up being when you take forever to write something that it comes out whack.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Okay. All right. So let me see.
Can you imagine like God is up there like giving you these ideas and you start overthinking these like,
she's like, are you kidding? Yo, there was one time we were in the studio and this isn't to discredit the people who were there, because some of the best writers in LA were in that studio, but we were all in there. It was like 10 of us in there, and we were spending an hour trying to come up with one line that was going to end off the song.
Wow.
And after like 20 minutes, I stopped trying to come up with the line and I just started observing, and I was just realizing how much doubt there was in the air. Like you can't bear witness like that. Like that's just not the way it works. Like you think Moses heard the burning bush he went back saying, I think God said, no, dude, it's very clear, actually, you know? It's like, just come run with it, man. It ends up being a really fun experience when you stop doubting yourself. So, yeah, you just allow it to flow, and it's beautiful.
So you guys are comedians too.
Hey, you know, you like to laugh here and there. Life is good.
Life's funny, isn't it?
Life is funny, dude.
All right, so we'll be seeing a comedy show coming, comedy tour in this too, right?
Hey, I'm down to try.
I'm down to do it. I'm down to do a nice black rom-com. You know, throw your scripts at us. I'll do it.
Okay, so who would you like to work with?
This is gonna sound cliche, but it's true. Anybody who we vibe with, that loves music like we love music, and are just trying to create some good music. You know, we've been in the studio. We have a wide range of, you know, types of music that we can make and that we like to make. So it really doesn't matter. We could get in the studio with, you know, Garth Brooks, or you know what I'm saying, or you know, we was in the studio with Garen from Compton. We could be in the studio with the homie Quincy White, or his homegirl Tenariel. Like, it doesn't matter if the vibe is there. You love music, and we can create a musical baby together that can go and live in the world. We with it.
Okay, and so this one is similar to the other one, but it's the second part of it. Who did you grow up listening to, and how does it affect your music now?
So for me, when my mom first introduced us to Donny Hathaway, I think I might have been like maybe 9, 10, 11. And I found my voice.
Okay.
Like I heard his voice and how it made me feel, and the texture and tone of his voice resonated with me. And I heard myself through him. And I was like, not only am I going to study this man's voice because I feel I can do that or get close to it. You know, I can never be him, but get close to it. But I want to be able to touch other people the way his music just touched me. So, you know, when I'm writing music or when I'm coming up with melodies, like, I tap into that feeling that I got when I listen to him to try to, I don't know, just bring that feel.
That's funny. Okay, we grew up listening to a lot of powerful stuff. I feel like when I started listening to Sam Cooke heavily, like on my own, I started realizing simplicity. Simplicity is super important, even to this day. Like, just simplicity. A lot of people be overthinking stuff. And so, you know, certain songs is like, yeah, there's layers and layers. Freddie Mercury, when he's writing, has so many layers. It's like watching a play unfold, you know, and there's multiple conclusions you could derive from what he wrote. But Sam Cooke is like, you know, don't know much about history, bro. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about the science books. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know 1 and 1 is 2. And if this was being the truth, hey, what a wonderful world this would be.
Oh my God, y'all are too funny.
Hey man, funny. That's my boy. You know? So simplicity is, yeah, I would say that's big for me.
Okay. And another thing that I learned, I'm sorry, I want to cut you off.
Go ahead.
This is very important to me, and it kind of changed my life, not only in music, but just life, period. Tupac, I learned something really valuable from Tupac. And he was like one of the most intelligent people we've ever come across in music. But he knew how to communicate with people like myself to make us understand. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people, there's other, you know, intelligent rappers or whatever that just want to dazzle you with their words. And it's like, okay, yeah, I can tell you're smart, but I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I learned to, and when I read this quote, it helped me articulate it. It was, think as a wise man, but communicate in the language of the people. And I feel like if you do have a task or a mission or a message, you have to communicate it in a way that the mass majority can understand. So I take that approach when I'm writing.
Awesome. So I was also going to ask, when people are listening to your music, what is it they most say about you guys when they listen to your music?
Oh, I don't know.
Them boys good. No.
that boy good right there. He good.
Hey, that dude, Eddie Murphy, that was Eddie Murphy's homie. He gave an opportunity to be in a movie. We never saw
Really?
him again. Yeah, it's like
Coming to America?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in
He's in
Coming to
part
America. 1 and 2.
No. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, where is he at? I ain't seen him since.
You ain't meet no Frank Sinatra.
You ain't never been no Martin Luther King.
I hear a lot of comparisons to like 90s R&B. Like they get a sense of nostalgia when they hear us, which is flattering. You know, because we're definitely brought up in that era and we're influenced by that. That's like one of the main things I think I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most impressionable moment in performance.
In performance while we were on stage or watching?
While you guys were performing.
Oh, that's a beautiful question.
See, so y'all know I was sitting here listening to your music, listening to interviews, and I was writing down questions.
Okay, I have one. At one point, man, this opportunity. I don't know how a human gets offered this opportunity, but we got the opportunity to go chill with Stevie one day at his house. And so we knew that when we went there, it was gonna, at some point we were gonna sing. And when it was time to sing, we were just gonna show out. So when we got there, I have never been so afraid in my life. You know, I think I'm a pretty fearless guy, you know? And that age, at that time, being able to do that with him, that he's very impactful, right, to us. And so I didn't even want to eat. I didn't want to talk because I didn't want to wear my voice out. I didn't want to eat because I didn't want no mucus or I didn't want nothing to mess with my throat. I'm like just literally sitting like a statue, like not trying to move.
We don't sing that.
I'm so scared. And then I got so hungry because it was taking so long. I was like, man, either I'm going to trust myself now and eat this food and trust that I'm going to sound good later, or I'm going to just ride this fear till the wheels fall off, you know? And I remember starting to eat that food was like a really big step for me in my journey. And when we, because I was like, yo, one drop of mucus and I'm going to crack in front of Stevie and he's going to say that I'm weak. And it's not so, but I ate it. And then when it was finally time to sing, I was like, all right, here we go. And it was one of the most beautiful experiences ever. Like we're just in his living room. It's not like it's a concert or nothing. We're just in his living room. And he's sitting at the piano and it's like his kids and grandkids. And we sing one song and he was like, encore, encore. And it was like, oh snap, like, oh snap. I think he likes it. I was like, so we just kept singing. We ended up singing a group of songs. Yeah.
He kept saying encore. And I mean, not only was it an amazing feeling to have Stevie say that he wanted to hear more, but looking back now, I feel like we were kind of like battle tested. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, let's see how many songs these niggas know. Yeah. You know, like let's see if they could, let's keep them on their toes real quick. And we stood up and we did that. You know, it feels really, really good to be able to look back on that and just have that experience.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back to your latest project, Blackberry Winter. How did you guys come up with that? And by the way, how many projects is this for you? Because y'all have a lot. I was scrolling and y'all got a lot.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I don't know. This 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe like 7, 6 or 7.
Okay.
Something like that. But yeah, Blackberry Winter, we have been recording music all 2020. We had a lot of content and a lot of the songs had the same kind of color and vibe to them. And we knew we wanted to give, you know, our supporters a body of work. And, you know, a lot of our music and our brand touches on just bringing light to darkness.
Right.
You know, so that's pretty much what Blackberry Winter is, just embracing the cold times and, you know, watching something sweet come out of the coldest times. Pretty much. Okay. So yeah, we put those 7 songs together, and a lot of those songs represent Jake and Papa, but also represent our versatility. Like if you go to Coldest Winter intro and outro, it's more so our lyrical,
which I think is so impressionable.
Thank you. That's like us, you know, being in high school, sitting on the 164 bus, listening to G Unit, and like coming up with our own verses to the G Unit songs. And then, you know, songs like Solo, I feel like show our depth and our versatility. BT Uncut is just like some West Coast stuff. So yeah, we wanted to give people a nice little appetizer and platter of Jake and Papa.
Okay. So tell everybody how they can download your music and how to connect with Jake and Papa.
Yeah, you can go on any streaming platform, Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff, and get Blackberry Winter. Please, it's gonna make you feel good. It's crazy. We were just thinking the other day, I was thinking out loud, like, yo, that's crazy. We spend all this time in the studio, we make all these videos, we meditate on these songs and do all this work just because we want people to enjoy the music. Like, we just want y'all to listen to it and feel it, and hopefully, you know, it do something good for you.
All right.
Go grab all that. We got some videos, shop Rose. We got all kinds of Rose out already, but then we
I want my shirt.
Yeah.
Got you.
I want my shirt.
Easy call.
All right.
Just send me make sure you like email like size and address, and I'll get you a pack sent out ASAP.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for locking in and hanging out with us in the interview with Jake and Papa. Please make sure you download their music. Let's continue to push these artists to continue to make great music. I'm Missy E, the Party Doll. You can follow me at Missy E Party Doll on Instagram, on Facebook. I'm Missy E Johnson. Thank you again. Love you. And please continue to always enjoy the music. We out.
Maybe I wasn't right. Maybe we crossed the line. Maybe you show the signs. Either way, we out of time. Maybe I'm on your mind. Maybe like all the time. I did my share of crimes. Either way, we even. I know we were in the days, losing our way. Had opposing ideas of forever, babe. Had some trouble sleep, threw my heart into the deep ocean. All these emotions. Thought you were pleasing me, you were misleading me. Never knew that leaving me was really freeing me. No, you never needed me, you were deceiving me. And now it's eating you inside, I can't believe it, no, no. Can't repay me, no. You can't erase me, yes I know. No, we can't right this wrong, I know. No, we've been so far gone, cause you can't replace me, you can't. So I know this is your favorite song. I know this is your favorite song. Maybe I needed you while you were bleeding me. Maybe we went too far now. Maybe we're just too scarred now. Maybe the lost and so and then we'll cross paths again. Either way, like 112 saying it's over now. Maybe we're meant to fly alone, just free and lonely, yeah. And it's way too risky, making one soul I want and only. Despite the fact you are my lover, friend and homie, you're not my enemy. You just can't get to me no more. Thought you were pleasing me, you were misleading me. Never knew that leaving me was really freeing me. No, you never needed me, you were deceiving me. And now it's eating you inside, I can't believe it, no, no. I know, no we can't right this wrong, I know. No we've been so far gone, cause you can't replace me, you can't erase me. So I know, this is your favorite song, I know. This is your favorite song. Whoa. Can you hear me say? This is your favorite secret. All alone in your room, you sing it, na-na. Can you hear me sing? Woo. This is your favorite secret. Baby, can I hear you sing it? Oh. I can love you better. I can love you better. I can love you better than I did before. I can love you. 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 I can love you better than before. In the AM, that's around the time I text, cause that's when the lift drive away the bitches that I came with. Damn, I'm surprised you up. Now we reminiscing about the good olds, talking about the things that we missed the most, touching on the shoulda, coulda, woulda. Girl, I know you miss still in my clothes. I'm a good man, you should see now. I've been trying to make you proud. If I knew then what I know now, I swear I would've tied you down. You text back, nigga, yeah, right. Then I come back to life. Then erase every little thing that I write. Not tonight. I can love you better. I can love you better. I can love you better than I did before. I can love you. 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 I can love you better than before. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm hoping you on the west side waiting for me. Say you still adore me. Hollywood love just bores me, and you the only one for me, yeah. Thought I could hit pause and then hit rewind. Chasing your heart while I'm chasing the grind. But money is nothing when you on my mind. Money is nothing with love on the line, yeah. I ain't reminiscing about the good olds. Late nights still sleeping in my clothes, thinking about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But that's just the way love goes, yeah. Don't sleep on a nigga that's trying. We here now, girl, it's all about timing. I pray me and your stars are aligning, round on Ryan, baby, cause I can love you better. I can love you better. I can love you better than I did before. Girl, you know me. I love you. I can love you. I can